This is a book talk by Alejandro Andrade on A Game of Thrones, A Song of Ice and Fire. Game of Thrones, A Song of Ice and Fire was written by George R. R. Martin on August 1st, 1996, and published by Bantam Spectra and Voyager Books. Short summary. Several noble houses fight a civil war over who should be king, while an exiled princess tries to find her place in the world, and the kingdom is threatened by some rising supernatural threat in the north. What makes this book so hard to summarize is that it's told from the point of view of 8 different characters, and well, there's a lot going on. But it can be broken down, and we'll just say that I tried my best. So the longest part of this book tells us how the noble Stark family deals with conspiracy and court politics in the Seven Kingdoms of Westeros, with particular emphasis on Eddard Stark, the father and leader of the noble family. A second story follows the exiled princess Daenerys, one of the last descendants from the previous royal family, as she grows up on another continent. And the third story follows Jon Snow, the illegitimate son of Eddard Stark, as he grows up in the north of Westeros. He is in the special military order called the Night's Watch, which is dedicated to protecting the civilized Seven Kingdoms from the dangers beyond the wall. So my first quote is, he would have to remember that he was no longer in Winterfell, where only the king stood higher. Here he was but first among equals. 21. Eddard. So the system of nobility is probably hard to understand, but for Eddard Stark, he's used to being in power in his own area. He's a number 2 guy. He's second to the king, but once he's in King's Landing, he's just another politician. Funny what a little change of scenery can do for a person's power. And my second quote is probably one of my favorites, only because it's from one of my favorite characters. It's, I'm Arya Stark of Winterfell, and if you lay a hand on me, my lord father will have both your heads on spikes. If you don't believe me, fetch Jory Cassel or Vayon Poole from the Tower of Hand. She put her hands on her hips. Now, are you going to open the gate, or do you need a clout on the ear to help your hearing? 33 Arya. So, there's a lot of people in this book misusing power, and that's basically what's happening here when Arya talks smack to the guards knowing they can't do anything because she is royalty. This is probably one of my favorites, only because she's my favorite character in the book, and it just shows how she is going to be one hell of a ruler or leader one day. And I have 5 big ideas or main ideas. They are loyalty, betrayal, love for family, power, society, and class. These really all tie in together because they can all fit apart in each house with loyalty, betrayal, love for family, power, society, and class. Because there's a lot of loyal people in the houses, and during the book, there's a lot of people that betray each other, and love for family really ties in with loyalty. And with kings, there's power and queens, and then there's poor people in the city, society, and class. And I have 3 themes. First one is the conflicting demands of duty and love. Second is the necessity of facing hard truths. And third is the corrupt nature of politics. So I gave this book a 5-star review because it just, this is completely opinion based, so this book really just appealed to me, and I honestly don't read a lot of books, but this one book just, maybe want to keep reading more, and I really like that about it. And I just want to know what happens in all the other books, so obviously I'm going to continue reading them. And yeah, that's my book talk. Thanks for listening.